Hello darlings, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'll be showing you how to do a smoky eye. Nice and basic, nice and simple, no cut creases, no concealer, just simple brushes with a simple palette. So let's begin. So for today's video, I'm going to show you how to do a nice and simple smoky eye. The technique I'll be showing you will just be purely powder and brushes. There'll be no concealer, no cut crease, no flares, no nothing. It'll be a pure and simple smoky eye. So for this video, I will be using the Jeffree style Bloodsugar palette. It's my favourite one. It has the most amazing nudes in it. Absolutely love it. So I'll be using the top row along here. But the concept of a basic smoky eye can be used in any colours. So you could even go for like a pink and red moment, you could go for a purple and blushy moment, or just go for a brown moment. Before we go any further though, I just want to talk about this really cute palette I found. So to cut a long story short, my partner has injured himself and he's currently signed off for work. He has ruptured his quad playing football. Yes, I have done the rare thing and found a manly gay. And he said I could have an allowance to go and spend £10 on makeup, purely to treat myself because he is hard work day to day and now he's even worse, now he's injured. And I found the Barry M Neon Bright palette. It's really cute, only £6, which is like 80p a shade. And it's got all the bright colours. I've mainly bought it for the green, because I've not got a green like this in any of my palettes yet. But I just thought it was really cute, something to mention. And I also took a lot of advice and started to use blush. So I did buy this one, only £3, but it's highly reviewed. It's the Natural Collection. I found it in Boots for about £3. The Barry M was £6. And that's what I'm wearing today. Got a bit of blush. You wouldn't have seen any of my videos because I never wear it. So yeah, that's my honourable mentions. So let's begin with step one. So to start a smoky eye, you just want to start off with a lighter colours first and then buff out to darker colours. So to start with, get yourself a basic packing brush, something a bit thicker. You have two kinds of packing brush. You have a wider one or a smaller one. This is better for more of the intricate kind of designs. This is better for you more buffed out and blended like a smoky eye. So go in first with your lightest colour. So I'm going to go in with Sugarcane, is the colour I'm going to be using today. This colour here. Yes, it is Sugarcane. Go in with Sugarcane and then just get a load of it on your brush. Pack it on, the idea of a packing brush, just pack it on so you have all the product on there. Don't worry too much about the fallout, especially with the lighter colours, because if you're a lighter skin like myself, it will match up. So just pack it all on and start from the inside of the eye and just go across with this shade. Just go right across. Make sure before you start that you conceal your eyes or put some kind of primer down. Concealer is much cheaper, so I just use concealer because I'm a budget bird, as we know by now. And just pack the colour on and pat up. You want to just build and build and build with the colours. Don't worry too much about trying to define a smoky eye straight away. If you mess up, the beauty of a smoky eye is you can blend it out. Just simply work up in shades. So for the next one, I'm going to be going in with Cake Mix, which is this shade here. So just pack this on, and then again, like you did before, go from the inner of the eye. So now with the second layer you go in with, you just want to keep it more refined and just to like 1/3 of the eye. But just pack on with a darker colour and then just work across into the crease. For today's eye, I'm going to go with the basic colours, but I am going to put a bit of extraction into it, which is this shade here, because I like more of a purpley smoky eye, especially to go with the outfit I've got on today. So again, nice and simply, you don't have to keep changing brush, because remember you've gone from the lighter shades to the darker shades. But in this one, I'm just going to do one eye for now, and then I'll do the second eye off camera. So for the first eye, make sure you do all of one shade on both eyes, all of the second shade on both eyes, and again just build and build and build. So we have the smokiness, you have the lighter here. I want to try and keep this as clear as you can, because for my personal approach to smoky eyes, you can either go with a really light tone on the inside, or I could press in more of your pressed glitters, just like Donut, which is this gold shimmery shade here. And then now you've got 3 layers on, so try and go for 5 shades if you can. So you want to do your lighter, and then the lighter version, and then a darker colour, but the darker colour should blend out into your skin tone more like this one has here. And then you want to go in for your darker colour, like I just showed you with the extraction in my case. And then if you do want to spice it up a little bit, you could go in with a colour, and it is a colour, I'm not swearing, you can go in with the colour Prick in the corner. and a few pricks personally, but this is the prick I'll be going for today. Before you go any further, I personally like to use a blending brush, a more of a fluffy brush. It's a bit more fluffy, much more looser compared to the packing brush where it's short and stumpy. This is wide and fat. So now don't put any product on this, and just in circular motions, very gently, don't push hard, otherwise you're going to push the product in, just so it blends out. And start to push the product towards the edge of your eyebrow. So when you're pushing the product out, don't go any further than the eyebrow here. As you come past here, it will start to become a wing. So it's nice and buffed. Can't think of a word. It's been a long day, I've been at work, I'm looking after my partner, don't judge. Just buff it out. So I'm just going to go off camera and match up the other eye, and I'll be back in a second. So, we're back. We're looking blush, looking good. We're actually looking kind of cute. You could do like this if you want to, just press a bit of gold on, but this is boring, this is basic. We're not going to the office. Honey, we're going out to Wagamama. So, it's time to spice it up a little bit, give a little bit of je ne sais quoi. So we want to go in now with the brighter colours. This is when you use your packing brush now. So go from this packing brush, which is a bit wider and fatter, to this one here. I mean, you can just use either if you only have either, just be much more careful with it. But if you can get a smaller one, I think this one only cost me £3, £2.50 from Superdrug, nothing too fancy. So now I'm going to go in and go for a more bold and exciting eye. So I'm going to go in with extraction, as I mentioned earlier. So extraction is this shade here. Then making sure you put the top of the brush, the curved part, packing into, and for my eyes personally, go. You have the bone here, you hear that clunk, that bone here, so push into the crease where the crease of the eye is, and push into, along the line, and then just gently, with dabs, not strokes, like I was just doing, that's the wrong thing, so you just dab it on, but don't go any higher. So for the colours, for the smoky eye, it's just a bit of bold here, and then nothing above. If you go any higher, you've lost the whole point of a smoky eye. You've just got, well, it'd be a nice beautiful eye, but you have not a smoky eye. So you want to keep it simple. A smoky eye is very, very simple eye. Do not overcomplicate it. And then keep it like a curve motion, like, you know when you're a kid and you draw them sunsets coming over the hills, and it's always just a straight up, like that. Just keep it like that. Don't get any higher than that. Don't try and be a little Picasso and do some fancy old Mona Lisa. Just do a nice Teletubbies sun. I'm back. I have black eyes now. This is what I'm like in the mornings, exactly like this. When I wake up for my 5 AM shift to do that bakery that you all love so much. I mean, I've just basically told you I work now. I'm not going to say it just because I want to feel like I have some kind of control over this, but there you go. So we're now going to go in with a slightly dark colour. The reason I'm whispering, by the way, is because one, I'm trying to be a bit more calmer because it's a tutorial, and two, my partner and my dog are asleep in the other room, so do bear with them. So now I'm going to go in with, I'll just do extraction. We'll go in with coma, why not? Going with coma, I could do one of them. Go in with coma in the corner, pack your old brush on, and simply apply again. Now you want to start to go towards the centre of the eye a bit more now. So now you want to be kind of just breaching on that halfway point. And then you can slightly go a bit higher onto that sunset. So again, go in with your blending brush, like this one. And then, like before, small circular motions. So there we have the darker colours placed in now, and it's buffed out nicely. I was going to go with the shade Prick, like I mentioned earlier. Really emphasising it with the prick, prick, like a bit of beetle, prick. So we're going to drop the prick now, and we're going to go in with the shimmer, just because I feel like it gives it a little bit of pizzazz. So I actually find the best approach for this is going to be your little finger. Just go straight in with your finger and press the shimmer colour on. So for myself it's going to be donut. So press donut onto your finger and collect it. And then just go in really carefully and then just press from the inside of the eye so it goes across the eye. See the highlight on there? You see it picking up? And if you are feeling like you're losing the effect of the darker colour, you can again use that same brush and then just push the colour with circular motions across into the eye just so it has a natural kind of gradient to it. So then if you really want to, this is your basic smoky eye done. You could just whack your eyeliner on now and call it a day. I personally, just because I like a stronger look, will use a smaller packing kind of brush like this one. Smaller packing brush. Use the darker colour, but not the darkest, but use extraction, just so it's not a blatant underline of the eye. And I'm not really a big fan of doing eyeliner in the lower waterline because I always mess it up. I always stab my eye. Always do it. So I don't like to. So just pick up where you got a bit of dust, a bit of the excess, not too much, and just go in at the very edge of the waterline, and then just very gently, if it's more pointed, more ideal, and just push in and do like a bit of a flick so it matches up. You just see compared to this eye and this eye, I think it looks a bit more finished personally. Again, it's down to a matter of taste, but I just think it looks a bit more finished. And then this is a bit of the controversial one. I'm more hands-on. So you can use your fingers like I'm going to do here, and just wipe, using from the lower eye at the bottom of the product, and you just wipe your finger up, just to spread some of that concealer on. You see it's completely removed where I've messed up, and it's just a much sharper finish. Don't worry about your products and your wipes, your concealers. You put a layer of concealer on now, it will stand up like a sore thumb. So again, use your little finger on the side, then just put under the product, and then wipe up, and then flick. And it's just a much more snatched, much more tidy smoky eye. So if you just want to tidy it up, just to give it a little touch up, again, be very gentle, don't ruin it now, is to push and just make sure it's all blended. There's no harsh lines in the eye anywhere. Just blend it all in so it looks nice. For my eyes, not too issue because you can see this, you see the wrinkle in here? So my eyes don't look perfect anyway, but they have this crease here. So a lot of the product sinks in. So if I lift my eyebrows up, you can see, it's a good look, isn't it? You can see all the product collected up here. If I let go, gone. There's no blend. Blend, no blend. It's pointless. So don't be too particular. Again, it all depends on your eyes. If you are blessed with gorgeous, smooth eyes, you've got that facelift like this, you know, that full look, that full fantasy, you know, looking like pretty much every drag queen out there in the world, then lucky you, you can do a perfect one. But I have saggy eyes, which is fine. Makes me look more moody. People leave me alone more. So there we have a smoky eye. I'm just going to go off camera now, and I'm going to put some eyeliner on and some lashes to show you the full finished smoky eye. We're back in a minute, darlings. So there we have it, a smoky eye look done. We're using the Jeffree style Bloodsugar palette. Nice and basic, just follow the simple steps. So just to refine it down, go 5 shades, pick the 5 shades, go lighter to darker, start from the outer towards the inner, working into the crease, and then buff out with a brush. But make sure you buff between every single colour and do it gently and softly in small circular motions. If you enjoyed this video today, please like, subscribe, please follow my Instagram in the link below, and I'll see you next time. Bye, love you.